that's built to help you stay ahead of the competition. So whether you're scaling up, hiring up, or just trying to keep up, go pro. Because when your tech works harder, your business does too. Business goes pro with Lenovo Pro. So sign up free today at Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
If you need a new appliance, this is your sign. Shop at Lowe's now to get up to 35% off and next-day delivery on hundreds of major appliances. A new appliance now means an easier to-do list later. Our best lineup is at Lowe's. Valid through 3/18 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. Order by 4 p.m. Available Monday through Saturday. Subject to availability. Fees, exclusions, and restrictions apply. See Lowes.com/appliance delivery for more details.
Don't miss the 2026 iHeart Country Festival, Saturday, May 2nd at the Moody Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Northbound on I-35 before Windy Hill Road. Got an accident there. It's blocking the right shoulder. Stop-and-go traffic back to FM 150 right now, a 13 to 14-minute delay. 183 southbound just before Mopac. An accident there is blocking the left lane. I'm Lee Rizzo with a look at your Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Texas Education Freedom Accounts.
Texas families now have more options to choose the education that helps their child shine. Texas Education Freedom Accounts provide funds to meet your child's needs. Applications now open. Visit educationfreedom.texas.gov. Texas Education Freedom Accounts. Freedom to learn your
This
way.
is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. Visit CordellCordell.com.
Austin, San Antonio, and St. Louis.
It's getting wild on the court, and Specs has the assist to take this tournament to a legendary new level. You know the drill. Stock up on delicious finds for every tip-off, upset, and overtime thriller. When you score savings with Specs, it's nothing but net. Don't wait for the buzzer. Run the perfect play with Specs wines, spirits, and finer foods. The lowest prices in Texas.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
iHeart is America's #1 podcast network. Open the free iHeart app and explore podcasts like this.
Just before midnight on Saturday, February 19th, 2005, Danielle Imbo and her friend Richard Patrone left a crowded Philadelphia bar. The two 30-somethings planned to walk to Richard's truck and drive home, but they never made it.
It does not make sense. It's like they literally vanished.
The two were never seen again.
Not just them, but the truck disappeared into the ether.
Was it an accident? Or were they murdered?
No one had a motive to kill them.
Those same questions frustrated law enforcement. The FBI called it murder for hire.
Who killed these two individuals and how did they get rid of them?
Both of them weren't the target. One of them was the target. The other one was wrong place, wrong time.
But which victim was the intended target and why?
It was definitely murder for hire for Danielle, not for Richard.
You're right, it could be. But it also could be something your son did too.
No one was looking to kill Richard. No one.
He's your son, and in your eyes, he's innocent. But in my eyes, he's just some guy my sister was with.
Fingers were pointed, allegations were made, and lines were drawn.
That drove the wedge between the families.
What happened to Danielle and Richard?
I think that whatever happened to my dad and Danielle was planned and orchestrated and thought out.
I'm Andrea Gunning. In this series, I dig into my own investigation to find answers for the families and get justice for Richard and Danielle.
I just want some peace for my sister's soul, and I want some peace for my mother.
Listen on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and listen now.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeart Radio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Rebound into Weaver. Into the front court, one final possession for Texas. Weaver driving, spins in the paint, puts it up, left it short, ball loose, picked up by Arkansas, and they go to Thomas. He'll back it out, and that'll do it. So the Longhorns have one game remaining in the regular season. They'll try to turn it around on senior night against Oklahoma. Final score tonight here at Bud Walton Arena in Fayetteville. The Arkansas Razorbacks 105, the Texas Longhorns 85.
Good morning, Austin, K-Town, Pflugerville, H-Town, Pearland, Mo City, El Paso, San Antonio, Columbus, and Silsbee, Texas, or wherever you may be listening. This is a Throwback Thursday edition of the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300. The Zone. Thoughts and prayers for the Holtz family as a legend passes away at the age of 89. The NFL QB situation, who can fill those out? Eric Henry of Horns 247 joins us at 7:34. Jim Schlossnagel of Texas Baseball joins us at 8 a.m. for his weekly conversation. And we move AP and Parker Coleman up an extra day before we are at the rodeo tomorrow. So she will join us at 8:17. I am your host, Mike Hardball Hardge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And of course, we have our guy Marcus behind the boards. And if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is text the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. Also, we're going to give you a chance to win a pair of tickets for Texas men's basketball final home game against, you guessed it, the Oklahoma Sooners this Saturday, and we want to give you a chance to win, but all you got to do is use that talkback feature on the new and improved and always free iHeartRadio app. We're the one that you can hear all the games on, and of course, you can take it with you anywhere. It's going to be in your pocket. Use your phone, put it on your drive. You can always listen to it crystal clear on that always free iHeartRadio app. Mark, you heard it at the very beginning of the show. It was not a good look for the Texas Longhorns men's basketball team yesterday as they went on the road to Arkansas and they ran into a buzzsaw.
Listen, there has not been many whoopings I've seen like that one. Texas, they fought admirably, but they just had bigger guns, Hardge. Like it was, man, they had machine guns, and we had single shot revolvers. We'll still shoot you, but man, them dudes, I see what you're talking about. I haven't seen Kickoff play before.
Yeah.
And he is amazing. He reminds me of TJ Ford.
Yeah, he's nice.
He handles the ball so comfortably. He gets to where he wants, and you're recovering the whole time.
Yeah.
You don't have time to defend him because you're on your heels.
Yeah.
He's going to be a top 5 pick. I've never, bro, it's been a long time since I've seen somebody dominate at the point guard position like he did.
Yeah, he was very, very special, and he continues to play at an elite level. And you wonder how this team, the Texas basketball team, is reeling from this. And we said it yesterday. This was going to be one of those games that I thought Texas was going to be in the tournament regardless. and you start to look at certain things about how this stuff is going to play when the bracketology stuff comes out. And I said, how do you play in this game could determine how people view you. And you just got busted by 20. And it should not have been, it could have been worse. Let's just say that. But after the game, there was a particular player that Coach Sean Miller, who we have grown accustomed to just being straight up honest with us and letting us know exactly how he feels. Well, there was one player that he was not very happy with, and he thought he just didn't want to play.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't seem like he really wanted to play. You know, he really didn't participate in tonight's game. So certainly, you know, when you have a senior who's that meaningful to your team and he's not able to play, it hurts, and it certainly hurt us.
Man, listen, after he was praising him on Saturday, talking about how he had turned it around and he had done some different things, and now we're looking at him and trying to figure out, is he engaged? Does he want to be here? And the whole thought process is, man, what did we just witness, Mark?
Well, I'm not giving up on him. I feel like sometimes you have an off day, but you really, really talented, really, really good and successful players, they rise to the occasion. And you have to mentally take yourself to a place where you're willing to accept whatever consequences come with how you show up and perform. And none of the guards took that on. Nobody was like, no, I got him. Switch. I got him. And I'm gonna play defense. Not one guy was able to do it. And some of it might have been that guy was really good, Hardge.
Oh, I mean, yeah, he was really good.
I think some of it was just he was good, and Texas didn't have the defensive guys to handle it. And you got to get into recruiting, and you got to go out into the collegiate free agency, the portal, and you got to do that. But right now, Texas it's March. You have to play with the people that you have.
Well, you said something just a minute ago that kind of two things. Number one, we'll get into Acuff in just a second and what Coach had to say about him and the recognition that he deserves. But the reality of it all is you just said it's March, and you can't have your guard, one of your most important players, not play in the game, not want to be engaged in the game. For your coach to call you out at this stage of the season, that's on you. That ain't on nobody else. That's having a bad game. I get that. We've all been there. But he played 4 minutes in the game. That's on him. This is, as he said, he's a senior. This ain't new. This is nothing new for him. He knew what it was, and the challenge needed to be accepted.
Yeah, I've been screaming to get in the game.
That's what I'm like. What we can't just pass this off as, okay, it's one bad game. Texas got beat, no doubt about it. But the effort on the both ends and how you have to play is monumental at this point, because pretty soon it's you win one game. I mean, you lose a game, your season's over.
Yeah, it's over.
No chance. But let's go back to Acuff and what this young man has been able to do. Sean Miller has coached a lot of players. Sean Miller himself was a point guard. He knows what the position looks like and what is expected out of it. And what he saw from Acuff Jr. is something that he thinks the rest of America needs to know about him too.
I just have never been on a court where one player at that position is any better than he is. You know, greatness is how I would describe his game, and seems like an amazing young man. And, you know, just to watch, I bring it up because this is game 30. He's got several weeks or a month or so left. But guys like him, they just don't come into college basketball very, very often. I mean, he's a generational player. He's really, really good. And this number one pick thing, like, I don't know why people aren't talking about him more. I can't imagine anybody better.
Did that sound familiar?
Exactly.
Like, bro, I came into this show going, we supposed to be talking about Texas. And I'm talking about this dude like, who is that?
Yes.
Listen, this is my first time seeing Arkansas play this year. And I feel like I've done myself a disservice as a basketball fan for watching him play. He's going to be the first pick overall. If you don't pick him, then you're not trying to like make your team better. There's individual players.
Yep.
Like, I mean, the Boozer kid, Abonsta,
Peterson.
Peterson is, I wouldn't pick Peterson in the top 3. Me and Marcus on the same page. I know, like, he quit on this team. But the kid from North Carolina,
yeah,
and Brazil, he's on the same team with Acuff. That guy is 6'10". He was shooting threes. He was driving, beating people off the dribble. Like he took an alley-oop dump. I thought he broke the backboard.
Yeah.
Like they're a good team if they're making their shot.
Well, the one thing that needs to happen is Texas needs to get back to the drawing board because the windows of opportunity are shrinking suddenly. And of course, we will know more as the weekend comes upon us because Texas will take on Oklahoma. We'll know the final seedings, and we'll see what happens in the SEC tournament. But coming up next, we're going to talk NFL. When do we stop worrying about what Aaron Rodgers is doing and start paying attention
now
to everybody else? The morning kickoff on this Thursday continues to roll right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on that iHeartRadio app.
It's Bucky and BK.
Sometimes I'm not quite focused as I should be because I'm worrying about my hand modeling career, even at 71 years old. I was a hand model in high school.
Did you get any NIL money when you started playing college ball?
No.
Not for your hands?
No, not for my hands. No, not at all.
You didn't need a hand model?
Nobody in the Boston area needed a hand model at the time.
Weekdays from 5 to 7 on AM 1300 The Zone.
Don't miss the 2026 iHeart Country Festival, Saturday, May 2nd at the Moody Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Northbound on I-35, just before Windy Hill Road, there is a scattered accident here. The left lane is blocked along with the right shoulder. Stop and go traffic back to FM 70. Right now, about a 12 to 13-minute delay. I'm Lee Rizzo with a look at your Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Texas Department of Transportation. Texas roads are big enough to share. Drivers, do your part to help make sure everyone arrives home safely. Stay alert. Stop for pedestrians at crosswalks. Yield when turning and watch your speed. Be safe. Drive smart. A message from TxDOT.
You know you need fiber for a healthy gut, but do you actually know how to get it? Quaker's been serving up fiber since 1877, with over 100 great-tasting, good source of fiber options to choose from. Whether you like old-fashioned oats, instant oatmeal, granola, or oatmeal squares, Quaker makes it delicious. So good. Get your fiber with Quaker. Shop Quaker's good source of fiber products at a store near you.
Texas Stars fans, your new favorite debit card has arrived. Introducing the official Texas Stars debit card from Austin Telco Federal Credit Union. With perks like discounted tickets, a preseason meet and greet, and more. Order your Texas Stars debit card by March 31st, and you could win 4 club-level tickets to the April 17th game. Open an ATFCU True Checking or True Earnings checking account and add your card today. Visit atfcu.org/Texas Stars to learn more. Sweepstakes terms and conditions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
You know, the water in our lakes is a precious resource that we can all work together as a community to save. Austin Water offers simple ways to use less and make a big impact around your home and yard. Find your watering day, explore rebates, and get more tips at austinwater.org.
Are you running for office and have a message you want every voter in your district to hear?
Well, that's where radio comes in. Radio is your direct line to morning commuters, midday grinders, and late nighters. Radio puts your message right where your voters are. Plus, it's 1/10 the time and cost of video. Don't just campaign. Connect with millions all over the country, even thousands in the smallest communities with radio. Be on the air in just 48 hours. Visit winwithiheart.com. That's winwithiheart.com.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TODAY to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TODAY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TODAY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Look up, look down, look around, look up, look down, look around. In the trees and on the ground, 'cause the ALB must be found.
If you're hearing this, you should be concerned about the Asian longhorn beetle, an invasive species that's destroying our trees. But you can help. Look for the signs and help stop the beetle.
Look up, look down, look around, look up, look down, look around. In the trees and on the ground, 'cause the ALB must be found.
Some signs of the ALB are dime-sized holes on tree trunks, a sawdust-like material called frass, and the beetle itself, with a long black body and white spots.
Look up, look down, look around, look up, look down, look around. In the trees and on the ground, 'cause the ALB must be found.
Learn all the signs and how to report them at AsianLonghornedBeetle.com. That's AsianLonghornedBeetle.com.
Hey, it's Coach Sark. Now back to the morning kickoff with Hardge and Henry on your radio home for the Longhorns, 1300 The Zone.
Back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone. Mike Hardball, WWE Hall of Famer, Mark Henry. Of course, we have our guy Marcus on the board. Coming up in the next segment, we'll have Eric Henry of World 247 joining us to talk all things Texas Longhorns. Obviously, he's going to have his thoughts on the basketball game last night, and we'll also get his thoughts on what position group that he thinks will be the best for Texas that he really wants to see. But before we get into that, Mark, we need you to pay off what we forgot to pay off yesterday. You talked about the big fella going to a sales meeting, a business meeting for iHeartRadio yesterday in front of a lot of our partners, people that we want to do business with. And if you would like for us to do business with you, always contact us at AM 1300 The Zone and the iHeart family, because we want to help grow your business and make everybody understand what a partnership with iHeart and the morning kickoff is all about. But something happened at this event that I unfortunately was unable to attend. But
no, it was fortunate that you was not there. For me, I'm so glad that you were not there.
Tell the
and I
why.
won't ever say, "Oh man, I didn't want Mike Hardge around." Very often, but in this case, yeah, it was best that for your safety that you were not there, because we might have had to call the ambulance.
The ambulance would have been there.
Oh man, like I walk in, I did a TV show that it's the #1 show on USA right now, called Everything on the Menu, and I came in probably an hour late to the event, and everybody had finished the festivities and introductions and all of that. So now they were ordering food, and I show up, I wave at everybody. I say, "Hey, I'm glad to be here." It made a big scene. So
as you do.
Now all eyes in the room are on me, and the guy that I was standing behind decided he was going to get up and greet me, and he pushed his chair back from the table as I was already taking a step to go around, and my foot caught the chair. Now, I don't drink alcohol. I was not impaired. And this is to all of the people that we work with, as well as the people that endorse products, that we endorse products for. Don't drink. Not a drinker.
He's not a drinker.
Hardge, I went down. I used the Force. I'm a full-fledged Jedi Knight. I used the Force. I slowed everything down, and I was going down like very slowly, and to the point to where I looked out and I saw people reaching to me, and they were like, "No, please!" And then it was like, "Crack, bang, bang." And my forearm went through a table, and I ended up on my side with my arm on a chair, and then I bounced back up real quick, like, nothing happened. And Morgan said it was like when you trip, and people saw you trip, but you act like you was doing basketball moves. I tripped hard. Listen, man, I went down like a tree struck by lightning. And I was...
Oh my God! They killed Kenny! You bastards!
Oh, he got me. Listen, I did it gracefully, though. If there's such a thing as falling with grace, everybody's in the room like, "Man, you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, just a little embarrassed." I was like, "But you see how gracefully I feel?" They were like, "Yeah, you did that." I was like, all right, that's the story. We sticking to it. But that was my weekend, Hardge.
Okay, so Mark.
See how you crying right now, y'all. Hardge is crying. Tears are coming down his face.
Like I'm choked over here.
If he had been there,
oh,
there might have been an ambulance called.
If I'd have been there, there might not have been the show the next day because I'd have been laughing.
Oh, you definitely wouldn't have made the show the next day if you'd have saw that.
Okay, so just so y'all can get context to this, they were over at Salt Traders right there on Mopac, having a great meal, great time. Mark trips. So Mark tries to call me. I'm out of town. Mark tries to call me, and I see it, but I was on the bus. I wouldn't have been able to hear anything he had to say. So I text him. I was like, "You good? What's up?" He said, "I'll talk to you tomorrow."
This had to be verbal.
Yeah.
This is not something you text.
Yeah.
"Hey, I fell down." Like, it wouldn't have gave the same effect as me telling you this right now.
Oh man, I'm calling over there to see if they have footage.
No, I checked because I was gonna wipe all the cameras. I'm Jason Bourne, player. I was gonna wipe every camera in the building. There was no cameras in the room. They have cameras outside, and I wanted to check and see if there was any reflections that might have caught it. I was gonna get rid of that too.
Oh my goodness, man. I'm glad you're okay, my brother. I really am glad you're okay because I know you have...
My ego is bruised.
Your knee is bruised.
My ego.
Your shoulder.
No, my body is... I'm tough, man. I fell from 10 feet before. Like, I'm.
Yeah, but that thing had give. That floor did not have give.
Oh man. It's all right.
Hey,
I survived.
Players mess up.
I live to fight
I'm
another
good.
day.
I'm good. Well, I am glad that you're good, and I'm glad we got a chance to pay that off. And yes, folks, I am crying real tears because if you would have saw Mark,
I don't like
yesterday
how
when he was
speechless Marcus is.
Well,
I
'cause
think
he knows.
Marcus is like, man, I better not say nothing.
I think he said enough with the sound bites.
Yeah, that sound effect was kind of, that was, there's going to be some explaining to do when I see you, Marcus.
But I am glad that you're all right. I'm glad.
Okay.
I'm glad that everybody got a chance to.
I'm glad that everybody got to hear that even the strongest man in the world falls sometimes. I'm just, it's a teachable moment.
So let me ask you this, just to be clear: did you fall on just? Did you go to one knee? Did you fall all the way down?
No, I fell all the way to my side.
Oh, like you was about to lay down?
Timber! Boom, blang, 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 on my side. And then I sprung up like nothing happened.
And that's the other part of that. I said, Mark, come on, man. You didn't get up that fast.
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
Oh, wow. Oh, you digging into crates now, huh? Okay.
But the fact of the matter, you said, man, I got up quick. And I gave you that.
It was
side
adrenaline.
eye.
It was adrenaline.
I was like, how quick did you get up, man? I see the way you're moving right now.
It wasn't pure. It wasn't that. I don't have that in me no more.
Oh, okay. It wasn't pure. It wasn't bounce back up and look around. Who wants some?
No.
Was it more like Chris Tucker? Who kicked me?
You could have.
Yeah, it was like that.
You could have done.
So when I got to one knee,
yeah,
I got to one knee and I put my hand on the chair, and people were coming trying to get me up, but I was already no, I'm good. I stood up, and they were like, "You okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what happened?" I try to act like nothing happened.
Yeah, you should have did like some push-ups or something.
These are not the droids you're looking for. I hit them with the Star Wars references.
I love it, man. I love it. I'm glad you can be humble enough to let people in on the mishap that happened.
I wasn't going to let them in. You the one brought it up on the air.
Well.
And your wife is not happy with you right now. I know Lindsay's on my side.
You brought it up yesterday. So
yeah,
we have to.
But I brought it up to y'all. I can tell y'all anything.
No, you mentioned it on the show.
You mentioned it on the show. We got the tape, Mark.
Did I?
Yeah, because everybody was asking.
Maybe I have a concussion and didn't know.
Oh, you got me choked up. Coming up next, we got our guy E. Henry of Hordes 247.
I hope he missed this whole segment.
Hopefully,
joining us to talk a lot.
Hopefully, we have Hardge on the next segment.
Yeah, no doubt. Right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app.
Don't miss the 2026 iHeart Country Festival, Saturday, May 2nd at the Moody Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Add 16 minutes onto your commute westbound on 290 between FM 1100 and FM 973. That's because of stop-and-go traffic in that area. 360 Capital of Texas going northbound at Bee Cave Road. An accident being reported there. So far, no delays. I'm Lee Reiser with a look at your Austin area traffic.
This report sponsored by Odoo.com. All your business apps in one place. Your business deserves tools to make you feel in control, not overwhelmed. With Odoo's all-in-one, easy-to-use platform, everything is together so you can focus on what matters. Start at Odoo.com today. That's ODOO.com.
Hi, this is Tom McKay with Audiovisual Consultations. Today's home electronics can be a bit daunting. My company has spent the last 36 years making sure they are not. For those of you who have not experienced our services yet, we'd like to invite you to give us a try for all your home electronics needs. We carry all the major brands of televisions and stereo equipment at prices you can't find in stores. And we come to you. There's no need to leave your home to find great pricing and incomparable service. No traffic, inexperienced sales geeks, or pushy showroom tactics. We believe in having some fun and dreaming big. Do you have a dream for your home entertainment? Let us know. We can make it come true. And we are always there to help after the job is done. We cultivate clients for a lifetime by treating everyone like their family. No, not those family members. I'm talking about the ones you actually like. So relax, hug your kids, make love to your wife, and smile. Then, when you have a moment, give us a call at 255-8678. That's 512-255-8678. Or online at avconsultations.com.
You'll use the radio in your car more than anything else. When buying a new car, make sure the AM/FM is simple, clear, and convenient.
The Spurs home tonight against the Pistons. Harrison Barnes remains out with a sore ankle he suffered from a pregame nap. Cowboys restructured the contracts of multiple players, including QB Dak Prescott, to clear around $66 million in cap space. Astros beat the Orioles 4-2 in Grapefruit League play. Ethan Fry hit his first homer of the spring, a solo shot in the seventh. I'm Ronza Moss.
This is NFL quarterback Rodney Peete, and here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by WeatherBug.
The fastest local alerts and accurate 24/7 forecasts with WeatherBug. It's easy to use and provides real-time customizable alerts, so the weather never takes you by surprise. Plan every day with confidence. Download the free WeatherBug app from the App Store now.
Your entire sports feed all in one place with iHeartRadio from the pursuit of gold. To the bracket busting in March.
I thought it was spectacular.
From the first pitch in spring training.
Ohtani tees off.
To the dreams of the NFL draft.
With the first pick.
You're one tap away. Open the iHeart app and stream your local station. Catch the latest on Fox Sports Radio or dive into the world's biggest sports podcasts. Search sports on iHeartRadio and lock in.
This whole surviving life thing is pretty tough. Some people use therapy to get through it, others use their friends, and some just fight their way through. Whatever season of life you're in right now, this podcast is for you. Hi, I'm Morgan from The Bobby Bones Show and host of the new podcast, Take This Personally. I'm bringing on my friends and experts to cover a variety of topics in hopes of us all feeling a little less alone in this crazy world. Nicole, the neuroscientist, will help us understand why we are the way we are.
Our anxious brain or our emotional brain will make us believe things that are not necessarily true.
Jared can relate to fighting our hardest battles.
I was living on couches. Sometimes I was in my car. I was just all over the place. I think about it now, how many people open their doors to me.
We will explore what it means to change careers.
I think a lot of people put the pressure on their career to fulfill their passion, when your purpose or your passion and your calling can be something that's much deeper than just your job.
And how we can all find that special love in this wild dating era.
In order to find the right one, before you do that, you have to be able to identify the wrong one.
This podcast will be the guide you need to surviving life with a friend at your side.
If a friendship is about give and take, but we just want to give, and we're like, oh, I don't want to take, I don't want to impose, I don't want to inconvenience her, then you're not reaping the full benefits of friendship.
The first episode is out now. Download it wherever you get your podcast.
Listen on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and listen now.
Longhorns baseball plays here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
Back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Mike Hardball, Hardge, and of course the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer, the Mark Henry, and Marcus behind the boards.
Are we going to talk about sports now?
Yeah, that's why it's Thursday, so we're going to make sure we get our guy Eric Henry of Horns 247. You can follow him at Eric C. Henry _ Eric will be with me at the rodeo tomorrow, hanging out, having a good time for the barbecue cook-off. Mark, he will be eating those ribs that you will not be able to get, but Eric will make sure.
The breakfast ribs.
The breakfast ribs. Welcome to the show, Eric Henry. How are you doing today, brother?
Good morning, fellas. Well, Mark says y'all wasn't talking sports. I know this show. I can only imagine what y'all was talking about if y'all wasn't talking sports. Everyone's still good at home.
Hey, I'll give you the update in a little bit. Your boy was doing an obstacle course training at the restaurant the other day. But he's like March Madness, baby. He's surviving and advancing. That's what
I hear you.
That's what we're here for. Well, let's talk about a team that is in some trouble right now. And just because of the performance last night, Texas men's basketball did not live up to par, did not play up to par, and they got embarrassed yesterday by the Arkansas Razorbacks. Tip your cap to Arkansas for what they are able to achieve. Great players, great execution, world-class coach on the sideline when it comes to his win-loss record. But Sean Miller did not hold his tongue after the game in the disappointment on the performance, but he did single out one player in particular.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's it's been an up and down season for Jordan Pope, right? I mean, here's the thing. You talk about someone who Jordan was coming off of arguably the best game of not only his season, but his career at Texas A&M. And that's why I asked Sean Miller, hey, do you win that game without Jordan Pope's performance? And Sean said no. And he said, there's no player that I've coached harder than Jordan Pope this season. Jordan was all smiles, quite frankly. We spoke to him in the post game. To pick up 4 fouls in 4 minutes, 3 fouls in the first half, that certainly is disappointing of your point guard, disappointing of your senior leader, disappointing, probably most notably, Mark and Hardge, of a guy who is playing for his basketball career, right? Because we don't know what the future holds for him moving forward. Yep. Those are the types of things that Sean Miller is trying to coach out of him, because if you do this 7 to 10, or I shouldn't say 7 days, but 10 days from now, 14 days from now, this is it. There is no, turn the corner and look into the next game.
Right. And that's what I told Mark just a little while ago, is like, these are those moments that you can't have a senior player, guy with as much court time as he has, not be able to show up in those particular moments. And again, you had a great performance by Vocatitis as far as points are concerned. You had Tremont Mark doing his thing, but you didn't have, number one, the defense still struggled, because that Arkansas team was so athletic and was able to get anything that they wanted. And it just didn't seem like the team had much fight left in them.
It's funny. The reason I laugh, I apologize hard for laughing when you mentioned Modest, because Modest, by the numbers, had a good game. However, if you watch that game, there were a handful of moments that Modest, as a 7-footer, looked like I almost said something you can't see on the air, looked like he was getting his stuff set and back towards him by guys who are 4, 5, 6 inches shorter than him. Okay. Again, you can't turn your head at 20 points and the 7 boards he gave. However, that's something that I think is noticeable for him. It's not going to get fixed this year, right? But heading into next offseason, first off, Texas will need to retain him, because despite what the chatter on, Horns 24/7, I'm sure other message boards from Texas fans may say about, if Modest comes back. Listen, 7-footers with his skill set and his upside don't grow on trees, okay? If Texas lets him walk, there'll be 800 teams in college basketball who will want him. However, he does need to become more physically assertive at the rim, and just, it's you don't want to use the Shaq analogy because there's only one Shaq. However, when you're 7 foot tall, you got to finish. You can't get your stuff swatted back at you guys that are 6'8".
Well, the reason that was happening, is because he would get the ball here and then he would do this and put his hand down. Why are you bringing the ball down? The first thing they teach you when you're bigger than everybody is keep the ball high. And then just redirect and try to shoot. You're going to most likely draw a foul. We've been saying this since the first game of the season. The first time we saw him, we were like, man, he would have killed them if he wouldn't have brought the ball down.
Mark,
I don't understand.
I don't want to be stereotypical when I answer, kind of your thought, but you got to remember he's a European player, and I think you're still coaching some of that finesse out of him, right? As opposed to, as you said, when you're 7 foot tall and you got the ball over your head, you already have the size advantage. Stop making yourself 6'8", 6'9". Just put it back in the basket.
And the guys that are 6'8" and 6'7" that are blocking his shot, they have time to recover and try to time it to make an attempt at blocking a shot. But if he got the ball and then he just pivoted and went up, they don't have time to recover and try to get up and get his shot. It's out of his hands already. He just got some training to do in the offseason with other big pros. He needs to be with pro players that are going, what are you doing? Like, no, this is how you do it. And they physically show you. He can't do that with nobody on his team. The closest guy that can do it is Cody, and Cody is not the most physical player. He's a skilled big. So he needs to go and find some people that he can actually body up, that can body him and teach him the real fundamental. Olajuwon, it costs money. It costs money to go to Houston to Fondy and train with Olajuwon.
Yep.
But the University of Texas has resources, and I suggest this: pay for it. Call Olajuwon and say, hey, we're sending you a guy a couple of times during the summer.
I want to transition because we're up against it here in just a little bit, but I want to transition to the fact of football. Texas football starts camp on Monday. It's that time again. We start to look at these position battles and try to figure out who's going to take the next step. I've been asking everybody, what position group do you want to see grow the most during this training camp, and which one are you going to be paying attention to?
Sure. I promise you this is going to be an answer you haven't had all week. The position group I want to see grow, the position battle I want to see is the battle of Steve Sarkisian finding a way to get the 43 new additions to be a team. Quite frankly, I think in the spring, there isn't a position battle in my mind that is more important than Steve Sarkisian getting all of these new players. And I said it to you, Hardge, when we last spoke with Steve. How many times over the past 3 years did we hear Steve Sarkisian talk about culture? How many times over the past 2 years did we see him point to DeAndre Moore Jr. and Contravion Wisener as guys who embodied the culture of Texas football, and specifically say to his younger players, those are guys who you want to be like? Well, now those guys are no longer here, right? And I wrote extended thoughts on horns247.com, so I won't take up the rest of the segment. But my point is, if you pointed to those guys and said they embody our culture and they are no longer here, right? Or you pointed to a Bo Barnes and Christian Clark and said, hey, these guys have been waiting their opportunity and now they get to make the most of it, right? And they're no longer here. Well, then you probably need to find a way to establish a culture for the returners who may have questions as to, man, I thought those guys embodied Longhorn culture. Well, that's true. Maybe they did embody the culture, but you know what embodies the culture a lot more? Cam Coleman. You know, embodies the culture a lot more? Raleek Brown and Hollywood Smothers. It's a combination of a talent upgrade and still maintaining that culture. Steve Sarkisian said it himself that he is having to implement that culture in February as opposed to in the summer. So what's the thing I'm looking at the most during spring? It's Steve Sarkisian implementing said culture.
I like that. E. And you're right. So far, you are the only one who brought that as the answer for the culture. I appreciate that, brother. As always, I will see you tomorrow. I'll send you the info a little bit later. But as always, make sure y'all get over to Horns247. Check out all the articles over there, especially the ones that are written by our guy Eric Henry of Horns247. And you can follow him at EricCHenry_ on social. All right, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Anytime. Appreciate you, fellas.
There he is, Eric Henry of Horns247. Coming up next, we lost a good one yesterday, and we'll have some of his better moments coming up here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on that iHeartRadio app.
Texas baseball is back. Catch every big hit.
This one out to deep left center. You can say goodnight to it.
Every strikeout.
Strike free call. Got him looking.
Every big play.
Dives. He made the catch. He made the catch.
Of Longhorns baseball all season long on 1300 The Zone and streaming free on the iHeartRadio app.
Don't miss the 2026 iHeart Country Festival, Saturday, May 2nd at the Moody Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Add 16 minutes onto your commute westbound on 290 between FM 1100 and FM 973. That's because of stop-and-go traffic in that area. 360 Capital of Texas going northbound at Bee Cave Road. An accident being reported there. So far, no delays. I'm Lee Greiser with a look at your Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Texas Education Freedom Accounts.
Texas families now have more options to choose the education that helps their child shine. Texas Education Freedom Accounts provide funds to meet your child's needs. Applications now open. Visit educationfreedom.texas.gov. Texas Education Freedom Accounts. Freedom to learn your way.
Pit Stop Barbecue Buyers Group is a volunteer-run nonprofit supporting Texas 4-H and FFA students through the Rodeo Austin Youth Auction. For 18 years, they have raised more than $2 million for scholarships and youth exhibitors, investing in the leaders of tomorrow. When you visit the Pit Stop tent at Barbecue Austin, you're not just getting incredible barbecue, cold drinks, and live music from Kevin Fowler on Friday and Roger Krager on Saturday. You are helping a Texas kid chase a dream. Find them just inside Gate 3. Follow the smoke and the music. Pit Stop Barbecue Buyers Group, where every plate makes a difference. Trade the game, the Oscars, and more on Kalshi. Basketball season is in full swing. LA is trading at 39% to beat Denver, meaning a $100 trade pays out $241 with a win. The Oscars are around the corner. Will Timothée Chalamet win Best Actor? Traders place odds at 52%. Kalshi is available in all 50 states. Download the Kalshi app, use code IHEART, and get $10 when you trade $100. Kalshi, Kalshi. Trade on anything.
Start your day with Quaker Protein Instant Oatmeal. The instant oatmeal ready to help you tackle whatever your day brings, like wrangling your toddler into their car seat. That was fun. Coaching your 6th graders soccer team. Go girls! And carrying all the groceries in one trip. Whew. Try Quaker Protein Instant Oatmeal, granola, and bars. Great taste and a good source of protein. Quaker, bring out the good.
Think Verizon is expensive? Think again. Anyone can bring their AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store today and we'll give you a better deal. So bring us your bill. Walk in, run in, pogo stick in, teleport if you can. Ride on the back of a rollerblading yak or fly in on the wings of a majestic falcon. Any way you can, bring your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store today, and we'll give you a better deal on the best network. Based on Root Metrics Best Overall Mobile Network Performance, U.S. second half 2025. All rights reserved. Must provide very recent postpaid consumer mobile bill in the name of the person redeeming the deal. Additional terms, conditions, and restrictions apply.
Want consistent color for every job? Milo's Pro Rewards members get a 20% paint discount on future purchases after paint annual qualifying spend reaches $3,000. Plus, order eligible in-stock paint and paint supplies by 2 p.m. for free same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Improving is easy at Lowe's. Excludes spray paint and mist tints. More exclusions, terms, and conditions apply. Subject to change. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Same-day delivery valid in select zip codes. Subject to driver availability. Details at Lowe's.com/same-day delivery.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Flag football is exploding, and iFlag is leading the way. As the Guinness World Record holder, iFlag hosts premier flag football tournaments nationwide for boys, girls, high school girls, and adults. From first-time players to elite competitors, iFlag delivers top-level competition, unforgettable experiences, and a community built around the game. Ready to be part of it? Join the movement. Find your tournament and learn more at iflag.org. That's iflag.org.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app. Texas football plays here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
Just like any other newspaper. You have front page for people who want to read the news. You have the comic for people who can't read. And you have the editorial page for people who can't think. But you can't let people tear you up. You can't let people destroy you. You can't let people say you aren't going to be great. Don't ever let anybody tell you you can't do something. My personal belief is there isn't any obstacle that's going to keep me from being successful. Difficult, you're doggone right. That's why so few people achieve success. Don't let people tear you up. Don't let people tear you down. Don't let people cause you to lose the faith and confidence you have in yourself. Because if you really have a strong faith and a strong belief, oh wait. Somebody said, how'd I do that? Perfectly, I thought.
There he is, Lou Holtz, one of the great coaches in college football, one of the most respected guys in the game. He was around the game for such a long time. He had head coaching stops at William and Mary, North Carolina State, the New York Jets, Arkansas, Minnesota, with Notre Dame, where he won the national championship in 1988, and he finished his career coaching in South Carolina. He has done a great job in life. He was a 2-time Bear Bryant Award winner. He was a 2-time Eddie Robinson Coach of the Year. He got so many Coach of the Years. He was in the Southwest Conference, SEC, ACC. He was also presented with the Presidential Medal of Freedom. He is going to be missed, Mark.
He's going to be missed, but his legacy is going to live on with his son Skip. And like my condolences goes out to anybody that was coached by him, that was mentored by him, that loved him. And I guarantee you, Hardge, there was a lot of people that competed against him that grew to respect and care about him, because that's the kind of thing that happens when you compete against greatness. And he was great. Yeah. And, I actually put his son on our show today because, I've met him a couple of times, and the apple don't fall far from the tree. And we both have kids, and we would only hope that our kids were able to respect people like we have. And his son is that guy. So when you see people's offspring, it's like, you remember when your mom used to say, hey, don't go out there and embarrass me.
Yeah.
That's he picked it up. He's a good guy. And I know that if you raise somebody like that, then you were a good man. And he was a good man. He had a great legacy outside the court and the realm of sports. He did a great job announcing. He talked about having a speech impediment and being able to succeed with a microphone. It's not how you say it always. It's what you say. And he delivered. He delivered. I learned a lot from watching him.
Well, speaking of that, he became famous, obviously, because he was on a great coach, but he also became part of College Game Day, not Game Day, but the studio. And there was one thing that he did that was very comical, and it lives in infamy.
That we anticipated. They will get to talk a whole lot more at halftime. I promise.
Well, I don't get brain man cold,
but they're counting down 7, 6, 5.
He was always one of those guys that as he spoke and as he got older, he became a guy that just said whatever was on his mind. He and Mark May used to be great in the studio. When Lou Holtz left the studio, Mac Brown went in, but it was a great time.
Didn't he earn that though?
He
earned the right to be able to say whatever he wants to, and as long as it's politically correct and it's meant to educate and uplift, I'm all for it. And we've had a lot of coaches that were able to do that, and I think that he was one of those guys that kind of set the table for all of the rest of the coaches. He gave a good example of what you should be as a prominent coach, sharing what he learned with the masses. Mac Brown was great too.
Yep.
I mean, he followed right in suit, and we got to see him at Derek Johnson's event recently. I just love the fact that we get that now.
No doubt.
We get to talk to the coaches. And Lou Holtz was the guy that set the standard.
Well, speaking of coaches, coming up next, we have our guy, Jim Schlossnagle, Texas head baseball coach of an undefeated 12-0 Texas baseball team. They had a great weekend in the Bruce Bolt Classic. They won on Tuesday, and now they have a matchup at home this weekend that we will talk about right here, coming up next with the head baseball coach of the Texas Longhorns, Jim Schlossnagle. Right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio
app.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. Visit CordellCordell.com.
Austin, San Antonio, and St. Louis.
Tires matter. They're the only part of your vehicle that touches the road. Tread confidently with new tires from Tire Rack. Whether you're looking for expert recommendations or know exactly what you want, Tire Rack makes it really easy. Fast, free shipping, free road hazard protection, convenient installation options, and the best selection of Yokohama tires. Go to TireRack.com/Dan, see their Yokohama test results, tire ratings, and reviews, and be sure to check out all the special offers. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Winter is in full swing, and Aleve is here to keep you moving. When the cold weather sets in, everyday aches and pains can linger, but Aleve's got your back. With up to 12 hours of body pain relief per dose, Aleve keeps you going with long-lasting body pain relief to get you through whatever the season brings. Chilly days or cozy nights, Aleve gives you that long-lasting body pain relief you can count on this winter. Try Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
It's getting wild on the court, and Specs has the assist to take this tournament to a legendary new level. You know the drill. Stock up on delicious finds for every tip-off, upset, and overtime thriller. When you score savings with Specs, it's nothing but net. Don't wait for the buzzer. Run the perfect play with Specs wines, spirits, and finer foods. The lowest prices in Texas.
Searching online for a car? When you call that dealership, your first question should be, are there any extra costs to the price on your website? At Henna Chevrolet, our answer will always be no. Their answer, you don't want to know. Shop surprise fee free with Henna, where the price you see is the price you get. Absolutely no addendums ever. You deserve honesty, and that's what we run on. Together, let's drive at henna.com.
Every year, International Women's Day falls on March 8th, and iHeartRadio is proud to celebrate the women who shape music, drive change, and influence culture. Find playlists, podcasts, and of course, Women's History Month radio. Open the free iHeart app, search Women's History Month, and listen now.
We asked kids what it took to be a dad.
This is what they had to say.
A father is always present. I mean, what real father figure can you have if they're not there?
In order to be a good dad, you need to love your son. You need to put gas in your car so you don't break down in the middle of nowhere. And you need to make them breakfast. Yep.
I mean, just to maybe play like a board game with me, or to just stay home and play some video games with me. Just to do like that one little thing is what I really look forward to.
I'm not asking him to be a perfect dad, but he should try. He's just a constant force in my life.
There's no other type of love like a dad's love because it's not comparable to anything else.
Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
From the Audio Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to a Thirsty Thursday edition of the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. It is Thursday, so that is time for our weekly conversation with the Texas head baseball coach, Jim Schlossnagle. Coach Schlossnagle got his 1,000th win of the season this past weekend. And let's just say, first and foremost, congratulations on the victory. But I know it's not all about you. You love to give a lot of credit to your former players.
Yeah, good morning, guys, and appreciate the congratulations. And all the credit goes to the players, the players and assistant coaches and every staff that we've had over the course of the time. So it was a good weekend and just looking forward to the next one.
Coach, I last week we were talking to you and we were getting ready to sign off, but during the time I just kept staring at you and I was trying to figure out what in the heck was going on with your upper lip. And later that day, obviously media availabilities, other people got to see it in the light and was like, so what's going on with this mustache growth on your upper lip? And you went on to tell everybody that you made a bet during the summer with a player and you decided that you wanted to pay off the bet.
Well, I can't say it's a bet because that would mean that I would want to win, which means our team would lose. It was more of a deal I made with Casey Borba when I was kind of popping off at him about his skinny little mustache. And he asked me if I'd ever had one. And I said, no. And he said, what did it take for you to get one or grow one? And I said, well, I thought about it for a second. And I said, win 5 straight and I'll stop shaving it until we lose. So this is what you get. And I had a guy walk by me the other day and say, hey, coach, nice lip lettuce. I had never heard that one. So,
lip lettuce.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that either, but I'm definitely going to use that now that I see that, because I give my son a hard time because he's trying to grow his out right now. And I'm like, what is that on your upper lip? But
Sanchez.
But you're working through it. Well, let's talk about the team. You went down to Houston and played at Dyken Park in the Bruce Bolt Classic. You went 3-0. Got a chance to see some guys come to life. Temo Becerra at third base. And last week you talked about that third base position and what it means and being able to play that. And then he goes out, plays well, and then he's starting to swing the bat a little bit and got SEC Co-Player of the Week.
Yeah, I was really happy for Temo. He's such a great guy, and what an awesome story. I think he's the first person from his family from the Fresno area to go to college. Not only did he go to college, he's a Stanford graduate, and now he's taking grad courses at the University of Texas. So a really special guy, fun to be around, and good player. He's not known for power, but he's gotten bigger and stronger. He's made some good adjustments with Tulo, and he's played a really good third base for us to this point. So he got some big hits for sure, and it's fun to see him playing with confidence.
Coach, is okay to say now y'all are good. Y'all are good. What is it going to take now that you have that confidence of, yes, we can play with anybody any day. 3 o'clock in the morning, what is it going to take now to maintain that trajectory?
Well, I think, I appreciate those kind words, but 3 weeks does not a season make, and let's get into conference play and see who we are. But we are confident in our team. I'm confident in our team. There's other good teams. One saying and one little phrase we use: it's never about the best team. It's the team that plays the best. I mean, you have to. In the sport of baseball, you really don't out physical somebody else. You have to play the game. It's a skillful game. You have to play it well. And there's going to be days where we play it better than others, and there may be days where the other team plays it better. But I think over the course of time, we'll find out who we are. And again, we haven't lost a ball game yet. We haven't really been punched in the mouth too bad yet. But those days, more than likely are coming in the SEC. And that's where you feel it. That's what defines your team. Any team you guys have ever been around or been on, and how do you respond to that adversity, and how do you handle success? We've handled the success so far pretty well. Guys have had the opening day mentality that we talk about, where you take confidence from your success, but you know that every day is new unto itself. So I like our team, but we have a long way to go.
Coach, we're talking to Jim Schlossnagle, head baseball coach for the University of Texas Longhorns. Horns sit at 12-0, and this weekend they will play USC Upstate at home this weekend, weather permitting, because it's supposed to be some sketchy weather coming in, but you'll be there ready to go. But I wanted to ask you this, because you took your team to Round Rock, the Round Rock Express, let you come up, get some work on the field, especially the infielders. How did you think your team reacted to being on dirt for the first time this season?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we made an error. We had one ball that was a little skittish that got by us in one game. It was not an error, but I think we probably could have played it better. But otherwise, we caught the ball well, and thankful to Chris Almendarez and the Express for letting us get a little work up there, and and for the Astros and letting the teams get some extra work in and practice on Thursday. So thought we caught the ball well. I think that's one of the unsung to this point qualities of our team that doesn't get discussed much. You hear a lot about our pitching staff. Offensively, you'll hear about different players. But the game is about, there's no clock. You have to go get the 27 outs. And part of that's a pitching staff that can strike some people out and get some outs on their own. And a lot of it is how we catch the ball in the infield and outfield. So, excited about that part of our team. And hopefully we can keep the right guys healthy to keep that going.
The young guys, Coach, they look like they're stepping up. We saw Jonah injured last year, and he's coming in now and, asserting himself. Do you see him improving even more so than he has this season so far?
Oh, of course. Yeah. I mean, number one, he's playing a position in right field that he's never played before. And so he's done a nice job with that. I think he's putting together good at bats. I think most overall, Jonah's maturing into how to handle his body, how to be prepared for the game, how to communicate with the coaching staff and the training staff and our strength staff as to how he feels, so we can best help him. You can't get inside somebody's mind or body, so you have to really trust them that they're telling you the truth on how they feel. And he's a great competitor. He's great energy in the dugout, and I just think his overall game is maturing, right before our eyes.
Coach, you got a chance to see a ball hit very, very far this past weekend when Aiden Robbins went up over the train. And, just you've been around baseball for a long time and seen the game, and obviously 1,002 wins now. You start looking around and you're like, that might have been one of the hardest and farthest balls that I've ever seen hit, especially being able to play in a major league ballpark. How'd your guys react on being there, and how did they react to that ball being crushed out of the stadium?
Well, that was fun to watch. I mean, that's for sure. I didn't realize there's like a dude that sits in the train, and it hit the train, and he came out like, what the heck just happened? That was pretty funny to see the guy walk outside the train. But yeah, Aiden's a really good player. I think our guys enjoyed that. But I was really proud of our team, how we handled the environment, because you can certainly get in a big league ballpark with a good crowd and get sped up and get a little spooked. But that's why we spend more time, effort, and money than any program in the country on the mental game and teaching and giving guys mental skills and drills to practice every day, so that when they get in those environments, they have something to go to that allows them to slow down their heart rate, take a deep breath and stay in the moment. So really proud of our team that way.
Coach, it got a little chippy at one point, and I'm not going to ask a question. I'm going to make a statement. I don't think it's wise to be testing your guys. Y'all got some big football player looking dudes in y'all bench. I don't think that they wanted it with y'all. They just was talking noise.
Well, that it really wasn't a problem until that one pitcher popped off to A-Rod, and that's when it kind of got a little chippy. And of course, the first guy to run out of the dugout, which you can't do that because you get thrown out of the game easy in baseball, but the first guy to run out of the dugout was Jonah. And when he got back to the dugout, I said, "Hey, man, you can't do that because you'll get in college baseball. They just look at the video and they'll go back and just start ejecting people." And I said, "Why don't you take it out on those Buckeyes next fall in DKR?" And he said he would. So I can't wait for that game.
I'm glad you calmed him down and slowed him down.
Thank you.
But I also wanted to ask you this, because Ruger Riojas has really shown the ability to throw a lot of strikes, but more importantly, his longevity in the game now, ability to stay strong at 97 miles per hour late in his performance. I know that he's done great with the weight program, adding the 20 pounds that he had lost from the sickness that he had, but also you looking at your pitching staff being able to be stretched out a little bit. Is that the Max Wiener effect? And of course, your weight training program with Coach Couch.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a combination of all those things. It's Ruger putting in the work in the summertime with Coach Couch. It's Sammy, our nutritionist, dietitian, that gives the guys every resource. It's being at Texas where you have the food to go do it. And of course, Max has a big impact on all the pitchers every single day. So, but I think you have to give the credit first and foremost to Ruger. He's the one out there doing it. So, yeah, we really love the spot that he's in. I was hoping to be able to keep him kind of limited a little bit for another Friday. We'll see how it goes tomorrow, because we certainly know that when we get in SEC play, there's going to be times that we need to ride that, a little bit longer. So, we just got to keep him healthy. He's, every day is not going to be perfect, but right now he's pitching as well as anybody in the country.
Well, Coach, as always, we appreciate you taking the time. That guy's name that came out of the train, his name was Bobby Dynamite. Bobby Dynamite is the one.
Bobby Dynamite?
Yeah, came out of the train because y'all woke him from his slumber.
Well, that's awesome. Bobby about got hit with some dynamite. So
he was coming in hot. As always, thank you for taking the time. We look forward to our conversations with you every week, and we look forward to the Horns taking on USC Upstate starting Friday night at the Dish. 3-game series, and best of luck.
All right, thanks so much, guys. Hook 'em.
Appreciate it. There he is, Coach Jim Schlossnagle. 1,000 wins. Think about that. 1,000 wins at his job is outstanding. Coming up next, we'll talk to Ann Parker Coleman. We moved her up a day because we're going to be out at the rodeo. So now we get a chance to talk to her early, right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on that iHeart Radio app.
Texas softball is back. Catch the Longhorns as they defend their national championship.
Texas wins the national championship.
Listen to every big hit.
High and deep, a grand slam.
Every every strikeout. Swing and a miss. All season long. Search Retro Austin on the iHeartRadio app.
Don't miss the 2026 iHeart Country Festival, Saturday, May 2nd at the Moody Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Good morning. Southbound on Mopac at Duval Road got a stall. It is blocking 2 left lanes. Stop and go traffic back to Shoreline Drive. Right now, about a 10-minute delay. Good news, eastbound on 290 between Fitzhugh and Circle Drive. That accident is cleared and the road has been reopened. I'm Lee Rizzo with a look at your Austin area traffic.
This report sponsored by Odoo.com. All your business apps in one place. Your business deserves tools to make you feel in control, not overwhelmed. With Odoo's all-in-one, easy-to-use platform, everything is together so you can focus on what matters. Start at Odoo.com today. That's ODOO.com.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TODAY to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TODAY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TODAY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
You know you need fiber for a healthy gut, but do you actually know how to get it? Quaker's been serving up fiber since 1877, with over 100 great-tasting, good source of fiber options to choose from. Whether you like old-fashioned oats, instant oatmeal, granola, or oatmeal squares, Quaker makes it delicious. So good. Get your fiber with Quaker. Shop Quaker's good source of fiber products at a store near you.
Are you one of the 7% of adults in the United States who are searching for an alternative to sleeping in a bed? Then let me introduce you to Z-Cliner, the revolutionary recliner designed by FlexSteel. The Z-Cliner, meticulously engineered with restful sleep in mind, making it an ideal bed alternative. A healthy life starts with a healthy night's sleep. Z-Cliner is more than just a recliner. It's a personalized comfort experience. It features multiple power adjustments like recline, headrest, lumbar, zero gravity, reducing pressure on your body, tech integrations like charging ports for easy modern living. We know life can be messy, stressful. That's why Z-Cliner is upholstered in a moisture and stain-resistant fabric, perfect for all-day enjoyment, even homes with pets and kids. Z-Cliner, a complete sleep solution. Get started. Unmatched comfort. Zcliner.com/Dan Patrick today to find a Z-Cliner at a store near you.
This is Jim.
Hello.
Jim started advertising with iHeartRadio way back in April. And now...
I have customers out the door.
And this is Sarah.
Hi.
She started putting a portion of her marketing dollars in podcasting back in June.
Business is booming. That's why I'm working on a Saturday.
Want to be like Jim and Sarah? It's easy. All you have to do is own or manage a business and reach out to iHeart. Get started today at 844-844-iHeart or iHeartAdvertising.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Calling all nonprofit organizations. The NASCAR Day Give-A-thon is back for 2024. What's that, you ask? It's a national campaign to help nonprofit organizations raise funds to support their local missions. By signing up for the Give-A-thon, you gain access to a national marketing campaign to build visibility and donations for your nonprofit at no cost to you. And as a bonus, special incentives and prizes will be announced along the way to help you maximize your efforts. Visit NASCARDayGiveathon.org to sign up today.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, your home for the Horns.
Great. Jim Schlossnagle, Texas head baseball coach, as he continues his journey to 2,000 after he got his 1,000th win last weekend in the Bruce Bolt Classic, which Texas went on to win. But right now, let's talk to our girl, Ann Parker Coleman of AP has been on the grind and dealing with so much stuff over the last couple of weeks. We always talk about the overlay and the overlapping of the college season, whether it's women's basketball, men's basketball, baseball, softball, gymnastics, swimming and diving, golf. There's just so much going on, but she's right there in the middle of it all. Let's start with Texas men's basketball last night. Terrible performance all the way around. Not what you were expecting after that big win against Texas A&M, to travel to Arkansas and pretty much lay an egg.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to sound harsh, but honestly, a loss like that, not even just because you lost by 20 points, but it is embarrassing. Not because of the final score, but because of Texas's lack of consistency. This has been the problem all season. We'll see them, take down Vanderbilt and then go on the road and take down A&M. But then the next game, it's a completely different team. They start slow. Jordan Pope is in foul trouble within 2 minutes. And funny enough, that was the case when they were at Texas A&M too. And obviously it turned out okay. But with him, I mean, he was just a non-factor. And that's something that Coach Miller was actually asked about after the game. And he said, yep, didn't look like he was ready to play. So we didn't play him. Like, he just didn't hold back. But as embarrassing, I think, as it was for Texas, like, you do have to give credit to Arkansas and Darius Acuff Jr. That is what Coach Miller talked about after the game. He dropped 28 points, but Coach Miller was like, I mean, he is the real deal. Generational talent. The first overall pick for the NBA draft later this year. He just could not have been more full of praise for him. So as bad as it is for Texas, it's not as if Arkansas didn't play well. They did. They absolutely did.
AP, there was a lot of hugging going on from Pope. Like, I don't think that it was Pope's fault. I think that Acuff is just such a dominant player that he hadn't seen that kind of speed off the dribble. And it just forced him to make mistakes that he wasn't used to making. And go ahead.
No. Sorry, keep going.
And I think he's going to have that same effect in the NBA.
Yeah, I know. And then I think just from Jordan Pope's perspective, I don't know. When this team fouls as much as Texas does, no matter who you are guarding, you know that this is something that you have to be on the lookout for. And then to get 2 fouls off that quickly, which Texas has done before, I don't know how it happens, because the first one I can understand. And then the second one, like, Coach Miller has trained these guys. When you get a foul, you will immediately be subbed out. Like, that is just the system that he has gone through now. Obviously, he kept Jordan in after the first one, as he did with Modest, when Modest got a foul on the opening tip at Texas A&M. But then after that, it's like, you got to get your head right. And he just did it, made the exact same mistake.
Yeah, it's been tough to put your finger on what the problem is, but I think you hit the nail on the head perfectly when you talked about this is what's happening when it starts to get down to the fouling part of it. Like, this has been something that's been an issue all year long, and for your senior to get in foul trouble that quick just kind of went a little bit crazy. Let's go to the other side. Texas women will start SEC tournament play this Friday night. They will find out who they play today after all the games are being done with Tennessee and gosh, I forgot who won the game.
Alabama. I just was thinking about this too. It's hard to keep track.
Yeah, there's so many games that are going on, and they'll be back on it again today. But you start to look at Texas women, and Vic Schaefer in his conversation yesterday is talking about how the bracket is made up to where a team like Vanderbilt, if they beat Texas, might jump them and get the number 1 overall seed. And he was like, tell me how that works. And so he was not very happy, but Texas has a big opportunity this weekend to win the SEC tournament.
I like that Coach Vic impersonation.
I thought that was pretty good too. Yeah, that was one of the first things we talked about with him on the Zoom call yesterday. Well, I mean, first you look at the opponents. You're going to face either Alabama or Tennessee. Could have been Missouri if they got knocked out. But those are 2 perfect opponents for them because they just played them so recently. Coach said that, that's what they want. They'd rather play them than like a Ole Miss team that they haven't seen since January, I think. Right. And then going to your point about the bracket, I mean, yeah, we just got a good old-fashioned Vic Schaefer rant. And we've heard Vic kind of complain a little bit about, or not, complain's the wrong word, voice his distaste maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
For the way that their schedule in the SEC works and, going on the road to LSU and South Carolina and all these things. And then this just kind of goes back into it with, he kind of was like, they're going to ask us to do all of that and then not reward us. It's ridiculous. However, in my opinion, the SEC is the toughest conference. There is no such thing as an easy schedule. And when it comes to the bracket, I get where he's coming from with that, but I think it's just because the SEC is so strong. And when you look at that top tier of women's college basketball, I mean, any of those top 4 can be interchanged any week.
Yeah, the men and the women, the top 6 of the SEC, men and women's bracket, any one of those teams can beat you by 10.
Yeah, and he said that yesterday on the call. He was like, honestly, like what we need is to get hot and have some good luck. If we can do that, like I think that we can win a national championship. I really think when you get down to March, so much of it is just getting momentum and getting hot at the right time. And Texas men's basketball against A&M, you thought, hey, maybe they're turning it on the right time. Nope. Uno reverse last night was bad. But, for women, I think that could be the case. They could heat up at the right time. At least they're starting out on the right foot.
No doubt. Before we let you go, I wanted to ask you about Texas baseball. You and I did a segment for last night's news, but we also got a chance to talk to Coach Schlossnagle just a little while ago, talking about the performance of his pitching staff and how great of defense that this team has been able to play. As you look at this team and you see them get stronger and stronger and start to play a little bit more, which player, if you had to give it out for the first 12 games, which player would you give the team MVP to right now?
This is a hard thing. You got a good team when this is a really tough question. I focus in on the pitching, on the pitchers, just because, I mean, man, they are absolutely, they are lights out. Yeah, and when you look at last year, that's the thing that held him back. They did not have pitching depth. Once Jared Spencer went down, they were screwed for the season. So I'm going to argue 2 ways. Dylan Volantis, I just saw he ranks 24th in the country in ERA, has only given up 1 earned run through 18.2 innings. But that's Dylan Volantis. We kind of expected that from him, even when he was transitioning into a starting role. Like I'm not shocked at those numbers. He proved that last year. There's an argument to be made for Sam Cozart. I mean, just an incredible start for him as a freshman. I think that, even though we've seen him in that midweek role, I think you're going to be hard pressed to get him into the weekend rotation at some point. Maybe not this year because the weekend rotation is pretty stacked. Right. Luke Harrison gives me some worries, but I don't think that he's going to come in for Luke Harrison. But he's going to be a weekend. He's going to be an ace in the next couple of years for Texas.
No doubt.
AP, who's dealing the dirtiest stuff out of those pitchers? There's one guy that you say, oh man, I'll take a shot at anything but that.
Dylan Volantis, Hardge and I have talked a lot about this. It's just the way, I guess, Hardge, like the release point in which he throws, he'll throw a different pitch, but he's releasing at the same place. So you can never tell what it is if you're a hitter. I mean, Hardge has explained it like it is unhittable. So definitely him. And again, it shows through his stats. One earned run through 18 innings. That's insane.
Yeah. And they'll get an opportunity this weekend as they take on USC Upstate this weekend.
Had some trouble with that yesterday when Hardge and I were talking on air.
It's all good. As always, we want to thank you for moving up a day and taking the time to be with us. We always appreciate it. Make sure you're watching the news on K-View. She does a great job over there with that great sports cast. Appreciate you, AP.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
All right. Coming up next, we've got our guy Mark Henry bringing us his world's strongest take right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on that iHeartRadio app.
Don't miss the 2026 iHeart Country Festival, Saturday, May 2nd at the Moody Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Northbound on I-35 at Onion Creek Parkway. An accident here is blocking the left lane. Stop-and-go traffic back to 45 Southeast Toll. That is an 11 to 12-minute delay so far. Mopac southbound at Duval Road. A stall there is blocking the 2 left lanes. Stop-and-go traffic back to Shoreline. I'm Lee Raza, Austin Traffic.
This report sponsored by Odoo.com. All your business apps in one place. Your business deserves tools to make you feel in control, not overwhelmed. With Odoo's all-in-one, easy-to-use platform, everything is together so you can focus on what matters. Start at Odoo.com today. That's ODOO.com.
Regulation wasn't enough. That means more basketball, more drama, and more reasons to grab another cold one. Tournament seasons keeps you on the edge of your seat. And Bud Light, well, it keeps things cool when the pressure rises. Settle in. It's not over. We're always looking for overtime. Bud Light, the official domestic beer of Texas basketball. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
For over 30 years, CertaPro Painters has been part of countless memories. Every wall tells a story, and we've been proud to help write them. We are more than just your local painters. With care, craftsmanship, and certainty. From the first brushstroke to the final smile, our promise is simple. Your home, beautifully painted and worry-free. CertaPro Painters, that's painting happy. Get started today at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Only available with TurboTax experts. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile app.
Help elevate your company's pride with workplace tips from Cintas. The right workwear helps your team look and perform their best. Cintas has work apparel for almost any job imaginable. Your team gets garments that are breathable, comfortable, and hold up to any job. Cintas even handles laundry and delivery every week with no upfront investment. It's all part of Apparel Plus from Cintas. Learn more at Cintas.com.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Your Austin weather: clouds this morning, becoming partly cloudy for your Thursday afternoon. A stray shower or storm possible, a high of 85. Scattered thunderstorms developing late tonight, a low of 70. Friday morning showers, a high in the mid-80s.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance flexes to fit your business needs. From quick repairs to adjustable coverages and even payment options, Progressive Commercial makes it easy to get what you need. Get a quote today in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
I'm Daniel Jeremiah.
And I am Greg Rosenthal.
I know that, Greg. We're teaming up on 40s and Free Agents, the podcast that owns the NFL offseason.
This is where teams are built. Free agency, the combine, pro days, trades. Every move matters.
From my draft boards and mock drafts
to my vaunted top 101 free agents and how rosters come together.
Quarterback movement,
surprise signings.
We'll tell you what it means and who really wins. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search 40s and Free Agents, and listen now.
iHeartRadio Did You Know? Presented by iHeartRadio. You know, what you're listening to right now. Did you know that iHeartRadio not only lets you listen to all your favorite AM/FM stations locally and nationwide for free, but iHeartRadio also lets you build your own personalized stations based around your favorite artists. We call it Artist Radio. Let us build you a customized station just for you with the least amount of work. Step 1, type in the name of your favorite artist. Step 2, tap play. We'll take it from there and automatically build you a station based on the best music from that artist and other similar artists. It's really that easy. And best of all, our Artist Radio is presented with limited commercial interruption, unlike Pandora, where your personal stations are constantly being interrupted. If you want to take matters into your own hands, you can skip songs you don't like, and you can thumb up and down songs to help personalize the station to your exact taste. And best of all, Artist Radio is free. Check it out today. Search your favorite artists, hit play, and we'll take it from there. iHeartRadio, #1 for music, radio, and podcasting. All in one app.
iHeartRadio. Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. Our blood runs orange.
WWE Hall of Famer. First off, special shout out to our girl, Erica Coleman and Coach Schlossnagle. Great set. But right now, it's WWE Hall of Famer and world's strongest man, the Mark Henry, world's strongest take. Take it away, big fella.
Hard?
Yes.
You know what time it is? It's time for the world's strongest take by the world's strongest man. Marcus. Back then, they didn't know me. Now that I'm hot, they are all on me. Man, I don't know if. Let's get into it. Guys, here we are again. Another edition of the World's Strongest Take. And I just don't know if I can deal with this one. This is a hard one for me because we have to have restraint. We have to be in control of ourselves in sports. And South Alabama and Coastal Carolina had a brawl. When I say it's a brawl, I want y'all to go to ESPN and I want you to pull up Coastal Carolina versus South Alabama, and a brawl ensued where a player who's, just to make it a reference point, she's probably about the size of Kyla Odeker, Cardesia Harris for Coastal Carolina. Her and Tracy Houston started, kind of going back and forth at each other under the basket. And in the video, you'll see Miss Harris push Tracy Houston. Tracy Houston pushed her back, and there was she threw punches, a 1-2 combination. The one, I'm sorry to laugh. The one hit Tracy Houston. The two hit the referee. The referee goes down and knocked unconscious. And now there are other players that are in a skirmish. 8 players ended up getting ejected. And they wanted now the referee that got hit in the head is down and all the medical teams are tending to the referee, and the players are standing there. A sheriff that, they always have the police or sheriffs sitting at the end of the bench to make sure the crowd does not get involved with the athletes. That person was doing crowd control because you can see it, that energy, that negative energy started to get around and people started approaching the court. Hardge, many times I've been aggravated enough in sport to ball my fists up and just punch a player from the opposing side. And I had the restraint to not do that. I think that everybody signs a code of conduct, which has definitely been breached. Like if you're throwing punches at players, you've gone beyond the realm of athlete. Now you're a menace. Like the rules have got to be stringent enough that it's a deterrent away from those type of things happening. It's just my take. I have a daughter in sport. I've told her many times, do not ball your fists up and hit anybody at school. Like, I don't care what they say. As long as they're not physically grabbing you or hitting you, you don't throw the first punch. Now, if somebody throws a punch at you, then you free game. They free game then. I'm not gonna never let my kid feel like they're in danger. But this young lady, Miss Khadijah Harris, she threw the first punches. Pushing is something altogether different. I say the rest of this season, I mean, it's not that many games left. The rest of this season, she's done. And I doubt that Coastal Carolina or South Alabama will be going to the final, into the playoffs. But if they are, you don't punish the rest of the team. You just punish the individual. That would be my case. What say you?
Well, I mean, we got to see what led to this. I mean, obviously there might have been some history there. There was some pushing, there was some shoving, there was probably some jabs that were given up in that point. But yes, you do not want to fight on the court because it does become a detriment to your squad at that point. But you definitely are not going to sit there and be pushed around or shoved or whatever it is that might have led up to this. No excuse for it. There's a lot that needs to be taken care of.
How about hit who you aim at?
Well, I mean,
the
referee jumped in the middle of the fray. Like, it wasn't like she was looking for the referee. The referee came and jumped in the middle. I've seen it in WWE. Y'all knocking out the ref before, man.
I have never knocked out the referee.
You have not.
Oh, that's different.
Sir.
That's different when you talk about somebody else. Oh, you saw that?
I feel bad for the referee, man.
Yeah, you should.
You get cold cocked and knocked unconscious.
Ran in there and tried to break it up, and it was in the middle of the action.
Bless her heart. And it was a female ref, and I feel bad for her.
Yeah, well, we'll see what ends up happening and see what the suspension.
I fell and got up. Hopefully she was able to get up.
But you would have called the ambulance. So as we go, when we come back, I want to talk about Vic Schaefer and hear from him as the ladies get ready for the SEC tournament. And we're going to give away some tickets to Texas men's basketball right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app.
Craig Way knows everybody.
We're visiting with Brad Sham, voice of the Cowboys, and all I'm thinking to myself is, Reggie Jackson, you got to do a better job of asking the question.
I think it was our friend Art Haynes to whom he said that.
Yeah, because that's when he followed about, you can take your microphone and your glasses.
You can take your microphone and your glasses, and then he proceeded to tell Art what he could do with all of those things, all of which were physically impossible, even with exaggerated surgery.
Weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Northbound on I-35 at Onion Creek Parkway. An accident here is blocking the left lane. Stop and go traffic back to 45 Southeast Toll. That is an 11 to 12-minute delay so far. Mopac southbound at Duval Road. A stall there is blocking the 2 left lanes. Stop and go traffic back to Shoreline. I'm Lee Riza, Austin Traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Texas Department of Transportation. Traffic laws help keep everyone safe, including pedestrians. Cross the street only at intersections and crosswalks. Wait for the walk signal and look left, right, left before crossing. Be safe, walk smart. A message from TxDOT.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's a sale. Right now, every service needed for your vehicle is on sale at any of the 3 Leaf Johnson Ford locations, Austin, Manor, and Buda. And we're wide open. Tires, brakes, oil changes for only $39.99 with synthetic blend oil, tire rotations, and alignments. You name it. Any of the 3 Central Texas locations have it on sale. Can't come see us? We'll come see you with our mobile van on most services, or we'll come pick it up and bring it back. Go to leafjohnson.com and pick your location and time. You'll love it at Leaf, Austin, Buda, and Manor.
Start your day with Quaker Protein Instant Oatmeal. The instant oatmeal ready to help you tackle whatever your day brings, like wrangling your toddler into their car seat. That was fun. Coaching your 6th graders soccer team. Go girls! And carrying all the groceries in one trip. Whew. Try Quaker Protein Instant Oatmeal, granola, and bars. Great taste and a good source of protein. Quaker, bring out the good.
Breakfast burritos for the morning brainstorm. Easy Cater. Paninis for the lunch and learn. Easy Cater. Barbecue for the clients from Boston. Easy Cater. Brownie boxes and mini bundt cakes for Brenda's workiversary. Easy Cater. One simple platform to feed any size group with food they love from favorite restaurants, plus tools to help you meet dietary needs and stay on budget. Easy Cater. All the food for your workplace, all in one place. Start an order at easycater.com.
iHeart is America's #1 podcast network. Open the free iHeart app and explore podcasts like this.
Chicago, 1989.
White victim, female, pretty, wealthy.
A white woman's murder shocks the city. A black man from the projects comes forward with information about the case.
He says the police are his friend.
But out of nowhere, he goes from star witness to prime suspect.
And then that's it. They turn on him.
The system is hungry for a conviction. Lee Harris is sentenced to 90 years.
I did 90 years for killing somebody I have never seen.
Behind bars, Lee finds an unlikely ally in his cellie, Robert. The pair are like chalk and cheese. There's no way their paths would ever cross on the outside. But as a fellow inmate, Robert sees through the lies and vows to do the unthinkable. Clear Lee's name.
This is a prepaid collect call from an inmate at Pontiac Correctional Center.
If you're with me, you're golden. I'll take care of you.
Oh, I'm gonna be with you. You stuck with me for life.
Together, they wage a 20-year war against Chicago's darkest corners. Corrupt detectives, jailhouse informants, an entire system built on fear. This is the Crying Wolf Podcast, a story of 2 men bound by injustice, a friendship forged where hope is almost lost. of a city haunted by its secrets and the quest for redemption, no matter the price. Listen to the Crying Wolf podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
We all use AI, but here, it never pretends it's real. AM 1300 The Zone. Guaranteed human.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. What an unbelievable day we have had from Eric Hewitt of Horse 247 to Coach Jim Schlossnagle as he prepares for a big weekend for Texas baseball, and AP Coleman joining us to talk all things Texas Longhorns. If you missed any parts of that, don't worry. Our guy has everything for you, as he will have it up on our podcast page. Marcus has done an unbelievable job of keeping you up to date on all things Longhorns, as well as what we talked about all day long. Our guy, Mark Henry, is on the road. He is in Columbus, Ohio. We'll let him talk about that in just a minute. But right now, I want to make sure that we get all of this information to you. I want you to get a chance to win a pair of tickets to go see the Texas Longhorns' final home game in basketball, as the Texas men will take on Oklahoma this Saturday night. You can get over there, and all you got to do is get over to the iHeartRadio app, tap that red microphone, and leave the voice message of Court. Court is the key word of the day to win a pair of tickets to go see Texas versus Oklahoma this weekend. Tomorrow night, Texas women's basketball will get an opportunity to play the winner of Alabama and Tennessee, as they will get ready to play this evening. Texas plays tomorrow, and here is Vic Schaefer's opening comments from his media availability yesterday.
Getting ready for practice here. We'll work out and then leave this afternoon, head to South Carolina, and get there in time to probably scout a little bit tonight, and then get ready to play in the hardest conference tournament, I think, in the country. So proud of our kids, proud of what they've been able to accomplish so far, 28-3 and 13-3 in our league. It's just really been difficult, and yet I'm so proud of them and how hard they played, and I think we continue to get better. So we'll have a good workout today, and I have no idea who we're going to play. I mean, we probably got it narrowed down to about 3 or 4, but we'll see what shakes out today and tomorrow, and potentially could be Tennessee, could be Alabama. And those are 2 teams, obviously, we've played in the last 2 or 3 weeks. So there you go.
Yeah, he's excited.
There
about
you
that.
go.
There you go. And of course, you always got to ask that question. And I asked Danny Davis this question yesterday about what is the energy going to be like as far as playing this game? Do you want to get some rest? And Coach Vic was asked that yesterday by Danny Davis.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're trying to win a championship. You're trying to win a tournament championship. And then, like I said, you've got basically 2 weeks off after that. And so for my team, especially, those 2 weeks will be great for us. We'll give them some time, let them kind of get their bodies back right and their legs back right. I gave them the last 2 days off. Just felt like they needed it mentally as much as physically. Thought we looked tired on Sunday, and rightfully so. After a late night Thursday and an early game Sunday, it's what I expected. And so, I'm anxious to get them back in the gym today and tomorrow, and we'll get ready to play Friday night at 8:30.
And they're going to go out there and try to win the SEC tournament. Only have to play.
That's a good coach right there.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good coach. When you can recognize tired and you kind of think that this is what it's going to be, based off your experience, that's a good coach.
Yep.
Now the Lakers will have fresh legs and they can go in there and practice a little bit. I'm sure that they'll kind of do conditioning and drills because, your body deconditions after 72 hours. So you want to make sure that you don't reach those points where where you regress, but you want to give them enough rest that they can stay fresh and go out and do their jobs.
Yeah. And that is the important part. They want to be ready to go for this run that they need at, obviously, every turn, because he was talking about trying to make sure that his team is in the right position when you try to get the seedings. Right now, they're sitting as the 4th overall number 1 seed, and he's calculating how this is going to go so his team will be able to host. And if you can get in at 2 or 3, like Danny said, you can possibly be going through Fort Worth, where it'll be another home court advantage for the Texas Longhorns women's basketball team.
Well, I'm hoping that's the case, because I want Texas to have the easiest road to the finals in this tournament, because they've played one of the hardest schedules, one of the hardest schedules that I've seen in years past. I mean, remember at the beginning of the season, you had UCLA, you had South Carolina, they played the dogs.
Yep.
And we're winning.
Yeah.
And then, like, you had back-to-backs with LSU. I'm just like, come on, man. Like, it's all like I was on Coach Vic's side. It was almost unfair.
Yeah, but as he's mentioned multiple times, you're part of the SEC. And being part of the SEC, there are no off nights. You got to be locked in the entire time, because each team at any given moment can bring the heat and change the energy of your record.
Well, let's just hope that they're on the right path with their conditioning. You got good trainers over there, and basketball wise, I don't worry about Texas women.
Yeah.
I think they actually, at this point of the year, they need a challenge that's not in the conference. They need to play people outside the conference, because, it's like he said, we played these guys before.
No doubt. No doubt. What a great, great day we have had. Exciting times. And as always, that we want to bring it to you once again. Tomorrow, we'll be at Rodeo Austin Barbecue Cook-Off. We'll be at the Pit Stop Buyers Group tent, and we'll be live from 7 to 9. We'll taste some barbecue. We'll have a good time and enjoy the goodness. For Mark Henry, for Marcus, for Coach Schlossnagel, for Eric Henry of Horns 247, and, of course, for Ann Parker Coleman, I'm Mike Hardball Hardge, and just remember this: don't believe everything you see, because even salt looks like sugar. See you guys tomorrow. Peace. Pit Stop Barbecue Buyers Group is a volunteer-run nonprofit supporting Texas 4-H and FFA students through the Rodeo Austin Youth Auction. For 18 years, they have raised more than $2 million for scholarships and youth exhibitors, investing in the leaders of tomorrow. When you visit the Pit Stop tent at Barbecue Austin, you're not just getting incredible barbecue, cold drinks,